Hello everyone, this is Squid Game, and today I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to do custom fields. I've had a re request or two on how to do them, so I'm just going to go over real quick. I'm going to try to keep this video as short as possible. I'm shooting for under 10 minutes. We'll see if we can hit it. I did a practice one and we didn't hit 10 minutes, so we're going to do this a little quicker this time around. So, alright, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create a folder for the custom fields to go into. So you're going to make sure you're in your app data, local, legend bowl. Don't go in the Steam apps. If you if you do fields in the Steam apps, it's going to mess stuff up. You're going to be sad. Probably going to call your mom crying, all that kind of stuff. So you definitely don't want to go into the Steam apps and do any kind of modding. So make sure you're in local. Go to data, custom. The game used to generate a logos folder. It doesn't do that anymore for some reason. This is a fresh folder install that I did just so we could start from scratch. So you're going to want to do new folder, name that logos. Inside that logos folder, you're going to want to make another new folder, and you're going to name that fields. Go into there. This is where everything's going to be housed that you get done. Fields are just named after the team ID number. So for this little tutorial, we are going to use the Scorpions. Scorpions are team ID 0. So if you do custom teams and all that, you just got to figure out which team is which number, because that's how your fields are going to be named. So what I like to do when I do a custom field is I like to make sure that the background field type is set to black, especially if I'm going to do a custom field. Like if I'm just doing lines and stuff, then you can make it whatever color you want that you prefer to play on. But if I'm going to do custom colors, like I'm going to do on this one, I like to set it to black. It just looks better in my humble opinion. So we're going to make sure that's set to black. We'll save that to the roster. And then we will get to editing the fields or the field. And what you're going to need is just a photo editing program. I like to use the GIMP. So what I have loaded up here is a field template with all the lines. We've messed around with fields for quite a while, so stuff is pretty much in the spot that it should be in. When I was doing a video earlier, we're messing around, I noticed stuff was off just like 1 pixel north and 1 pixel to the east here. So I think I got that sorted out. Everything is color coded, so it's easy to take out pieces you don't want. Like if you don't want number outlines, they're easy to take out. Field skirts the same, all that kind of stuff. So we are going to do this field for the Scorpions. Scorpions are team ID 0. So we are going to export it as, and we're going to make sure we're in our fields, our local, legend bowl, data, custom, logos, fields, and we are going to name this 0.png. And I'll show you real quick in game that we will not be calling our mother crying today because we have our custom field, which should load up, and this will just be the stuff we have on here. This is going to be real basic and simple right now. This is just the colored lines, and we'll get another chance to check to make sure everything lines up. And I don't think I see white here, but I think that's just because we are in a, yeah. So when we zoom out, just because we're in windowed mode here. So as you can see, we have all our lines on right now. Custom fields will not lay, or they will lay over sidelines, so be careful of that. If you color your sidelines the same color your field, it's going to look funny. But they do not lay over end zones. So we have our back of the end zone advertisements here. We have our end zone ready to go. So even if you put stuff inside here, inside this part of the field overlay where the end zone lays, you're not going to see it. So don't even bother messing with that kind of stuff. Okay, so we have our proof of concept, we have our field loading up, so we're going to quit out of this. And the nice thing about doing fields is you can update it in real time as long as you remember to save things. You can quick go back and check back and forth. So all this stuff I'll post on Discord so you can grab the pieces that you would like without any issue. So what I have here is just a blank back and forth colored field. So it's easy to copy that and paste that into the overlay, and just make sure you make that a new layer and put that underneath the line so your lines show up. And it looks like we might have to just move that. Just make sure that things match up. So you might have to move this just a hair. Looks like I have to go over 1 pixel. We'll make sure that our colors are correct going this way, and they appear to be fine. So it looks like our back and forth field color is good to go. So before we go and just check it out on the field, I just took a snapshot of the Scorpion's colors so we can make sure that our colors are matching and looking good. So I'm going to grab a purple, but I'm just going to lighten it up a hair just so our players are not camouflaging in too much. And I'm going to turn we're going to make sure you're on the correct layer. We're going to turn all of the gold purple. And you can make these stripes any color that you would like. For example, if you wanted, I think we might be a little high on this one. I'm noticing. I don't know why that didn't color in. Maybe we're okay. We'll have to double check in the game. I don't see. We'll just move it down 1 pixel. Make sure we're still matching up. Why that does that, I don't know. But we're gonna fix it. It can never all go smooth all the time. We're just gonna make sure that. Okay, we didn't want to move that down. We're going to move it back up. Alright, so now we have our purple, and then we are going to do an alternating. We want some gray here from off their helmet. We're going to do these every other here. We're going to do gray. And then we're going to do every other. This slightly lighter gray just so it's as fancy. Whoops. As fancy as we can possibly make it. Alright, and then we're going to go back to the top template. So we have, I want to make these field skirtings the same color, and it's easy to, if you don't want to sit and fill in all these little gaps here, you can just get a big brush, make sure you select all of the same color, and you can wipe it through right there. And that's the easy paintbrush method. So now let's make sure we export. And then when we load up, we're going to see 2 things. We'll see our field, and we'll also see why it's nice to put the black in the background of your field color. It just makes it look much better, I think. And if everything loads up correctly, as it did, we will have a custom colored field ready to go, and you can kind of see the black over there. It just kind of ties it all together a little bit better, makes it look better if you have the black on the outside. At least I think so. I can see that these little skirts could stand maybe to be a little bit smaller, but it doesn't really matter. You can always shrink them up a little bit if you would like to on your own. Alright, so let's go back to our field. I grabbed this, we made for a custom field in our Legend Bowl League. And I'm going to put these, drop these little guys on the, wherever he went. We're going to make sure he's in his own new layer. We're just going to move these on top of the kickoff X's just to make it a little fancier. And we'll copy it, paste it again. This one we're going to rotate 180 so we can put it on the other side. And you can really do anything you want with these. You can leave the X's, whatever you want. I think they look cool with little designs on there sometimes as well. So, alright. So that can go, well actually, oh no, we don't want to put that. We want these to be underneath. Alright, just make sure your layers are ordered correctly. I think for lines, we're just going to do simple. We're going to go, and like I said, I color coded everything. So hopefully it'll be nice and easy. We're just going to go black lines. I think black lines would be pretty cool on this field. We will do in the select all, select by color is a nice tool. Makes things fast. We'll do black arrows. And again, anything you don't want on here, you can just erase. So say you don't want outlines on your numbers. So just select all your orange there and delete. And voila, we have no outlines around our numbers. But I actually do want them. I'm going to go, we'll just undo that so we can get our outlines back. Because I want to make them black. This field's going to be pretty badass when it's all done. And then I am going to, actually, we're going to just make the numbers be outlined. So we're going to delete these off. Oh, this is going to be cool. And then we are also going to make our hash marks black. Oh, and we got to make sure we hit. I don't know why it didn't hit the sideline ones. And I have this funny thing where some of my, just double check these, where some of my red must be just off a hair, different color. I don't know why it does that. It's kind of annoying. Some of them will do it, some of them won't. Oh, we're going to hit our maybe we'll make these a dark gray. Just for something a little different. Make those dark gray. Those dark gray. And then we will do these ones black real quick. See, I think we're going to hit our 10 minutes. I think we're going to make it. We'll color all those in. And then make sure you save. Obviously, make sure to export. And then we'll load this back up and we should have the custom field all in. And it's really as simple as that. It's just a matter of making sure your files are in the right folder and named correctly. And like I said, I'll post all the templates so it'll be easy to find everything and recolor as you want, and you can tweak this template as you see fit, take things out you don't like, add more stuff. We've done quite a few pretty cool things, like with our Legend Bowl Sim League. We've done quite a few different custom fields. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do. Anything you put on here. Things to mention. Oh, usually those don't go over the top. I don't know why those are over the top. Oh, yes, they will go over the top. Sorry, I made a mistake in my last one. Field logos will go over the top. Sidelines will go underneath. End zones go over the top. And that's pretty much everything, I think. And the midfield logo will go over the top as well. So yeah, there's only one thing I want to do real quick. I also have this is just a texture layer. that you can add if you want as well. And you're going to want to make sure that goes. I'm going to put that in a new layer. Just right on top of the field layer. And then you'll have your textured field as well. And then we'll load this up. We'll make sure we export. We'll load this up one last time. One more time for the money. And then we'll get out of here. And like I said, it's as simple as that. Oh, I got to show you one more thing. And this will only apply to teams that play outdoors. Otherwise, things will get messed up. Okay, so there we go. We got our texture layer on, and everything is looking good. So, like I said, it's actually really easy to do. It's just a matter of knowing where to throw your stuff. And we are good to go. Alright, the last thing I need to show is if you are playing as an outdoor team, you're going to want a snow custom field as well. And you can just, what I do is, if you don't have a snow field, if it snows, it's going to just default back to your base field. So all I do is I just copy this, and you're going to name it 0 snow.png, and it's as simple as that. You'll have one field for regular weather or non-snowy weather, and then you'll have one field for snowy weather. Like I said, if you don't have a 0 snow or a field snow, anytime it snows, it's going to revert back to your default field. And like Badbird for his USFL mod, he did custom snow layers, so you can do stuff like that. I just leave mine and let it snow on top. Excuse me. So again, main thing, everything goes in custom logos fields. You can just make those folders if you don't have them, and fields will connect to the team ID. So you can always just, I don't know if this goes in there. Okay, I don't have a teams. So you'll just have to count through and make sure you have the correct field with the correct team. So that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. I'm Squid Game, and usually around quite a bit. So, just shoot me a DM or tag me on Discord, and I can help you out if you have any questions from here. So enjoy, and hopefully we'll see some cool new custom fields rolling around. Thanks, and have a good day.